Indictment for murder, guilty. Indictment for murder, guilty.
Justice was done.
It gave a voice to Maggie and Paul Murdaugh, who were brutally mowed down and murdered. We can't bring them back, but we can bring them justice.
And he may be taken away.
Now to what's trending in true crime, the real-life crime drama surrounding the once powerful South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh is coming to the small screen. A new Hulu series about Murdaugh and the murders of his wife Maggie and his son Paul and all of his financial crimes is being filmed right now as we speak. And the main characters have been cast. Actor Jason Clarke will be playing Alec Murdaugh. Patricia Arquette will be playing Alec's late wife Maggie. And Brittany Snow is set to take on the role of journalist Mandy Matney. Now, Matney is very well known for all of her great reporting work on the murders of Maggie and Paul early on. Many people would say that she is the one who really pulled back the curtain on the Murdaugh family and on their saga of crime and corruption. And we're so happy to welcome Mandy Matney and her friend and co-host of the Cup of Justice podcast, Eric Bland, on the show this morning. Good morning to you both. Wonderful to have you here. And Mandy, let me start, please, by just saying congratulations. We are so thrilled for you. This is so exciting, and all of that hard work really has paid off. How does it feel?
It feels absolutely surreal. And thank you, Julie, for having me on. I just keep walking around and I'm like, ask people. I want people to ask me about the Murdaugh show all the time. I'm so happy about it. Like, I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this project. And every time I'm on set, I am just more and more confident of how great this show is going to be. So I'm just over the moon. And Brittany Snow is literally the best, a literal movie star. I can't believe it.
Right. I love that she's playing you. That is perfect. A perfect casting there. And Eric, I know you are a dear friend of Mandy's. You two started the Cup of Justice podcast and really kind of bonded over, the involvement that you both had respectively in covering the Murdaugh case and you representing witnesses who were involved, Eric. And so what's this like for you, seeing this success for Mandy?
I think it's the best. I mean, it's richly deserved. And as you said in your introduction, she really was the OG on this Murdaugh saga. In 2018, she started investigating the Murdaugh family. And this was way before the murders, way before the thefts were discovered, way before the Labor Day shooting, way before he was removed from his law firm. So Mandy was, taking on a hard task. There was a lot of people that were offended by the questions that she was asking, and it's really nice. I mean, Mandy has not participated in a lot of these interviews on TV. She hasn't really lent her hand to any of the documentaries that have appeared. But this one, being a co-producer of this, she really is behind it. And I think you're going to see an accuracy to this series that you may not have seen on some of the documentaries that had a compressed time schedule to put together a story to try to beat other companies. So they're taking their time, and I think they're doing it right. And it's a great reward for Mandy's hard work.
Oh, I know you're so proud of her. Mandy, I understand that you went on set. They're filming this in Atlanta. I understand that you traveled and got to be on the set and even have a chair with your name on it. How cool was that?
Incredible. Yesterday, looking over and seeing Patricia Arquette, like the queen of the world, just looking exactly like Maggie. I have to do double takes on the set constantly because Jason Clarke looks exactly like Alec Murdaugh. That kind of freaks me out. Will Harrison looks a lot like Buster. And Johnny Birchtold looks a lot like Paul Murdaugh. And I've seen these people in real life, and I have to just look a couple times because I'm like, whoa. I mean, the level of detail in this show, and the crew was working so hard for not only accuracy, but to respectfully portray the victim stories and to tell the right parts of this story that will, A, inspire people to stand up to corruption, and B, to make sure that these victims don't get forgotten and that their stories are really told and what happened here is told in the right way.
Right. I love that that's so important to you and Eric and to Liz Farrell, your colleague. You all three co-host Cup of Justice, and I love that you're so victim-centered and really care about the people at the center of these stories. And in this one, Maggie and Paul and all of the other people victimized by the financial crimes, so many, we've lost count. Mandy, what was it like going back to those early moments? I mean, I'm talking before people across the nation didn't hear about Alec Murdaugh, but you felt something was wrong. What was it that made you want to dig in?
Just the initial, I'll never forget the initial morning when we found out that Mallory Beach, at that point, her body was missing and that she was at least hurt in the crash and missing. And we heard that morning there's going to be corruption in this boat crash case. There's going to be a cover-up. You guys have to cover it. We heard from people saying that over and over again in Hampton. And then they started talking about, do you know about Gloria Satterfield? Do you know about this? Do you know about that? And I just couldn't stop. I was always a little bit obsessed with true crimes and true crime documentaries and podcasts and things. And this was unlike anything I had ever heard before as a journalist. And not only that, but I felt like it was my purpose as a journalist to expose a story like this. If we don't stand up to corruption, what are we doing?
I have so much respect for you, Mandy. You're absolutely right. And you also do the True Sunlight podcast now. And Eric, you also do the Good Skill podcast. You all are podcasting pros. Eric, tell me, what was it that got you all together, you and Mandy and Liz, when you decided, okay, we need to do Cup of Justice?
I think it was like minds always is the first thing, but we have this focus in our careers on being victim centered. For me, it's I hate bullies, I hate clients that are mistreated, and I've spent the better part of 38 years bringing claims against attorneys who have mistreated their clients, either stolen money from them or acted in a conflict of interest. I think clients often are lost when it comes to attorneys, and I just view that the legal profession is a self-policing profession. And so when I see clients that are mistreated, it just absolutely drives me. And I think Mandy has the same ethos for victims of crime. And Liz, of course, is really smart, very witty. And so we decided that because there's just this yearning for true crime in our country right now, true crime documentaries and true crime books and podcasts, it was something that we felt was needed, and we're 127 shows into it and counting.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And you're doing it the right way by talking about these issues with sensitivity in mind to the victims, because as we all know, we don't want anyone re-traumatized in covering the true crime cases that we have. So certainly appreciate that with your podcast. Mandy, let me go back to you for a last question before we have to let you both go for now. With the producing of the show, we know they're still in the midst of production. You visited the set. How much consulting did they do with you, if any, in terms of accuracy and the work that you did on the ground and the formation of their scripts for the program?
Oh, and years of fact checking, and this has all been years in the making. I mean, we've had a whole team, and we are still fact checking scripts to this day. Pretty much every day I get a question from somebody related to the show. What happened when Alex did this in 2019, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of this, thankfully, is in my memory that is just stored with Murdaugh stuff, unfortunately. And as now I have a place to put it. So I'm really excited to, again, it's just absolutely surreal seeing the footprint of how big this show is. And yesterday I saw a sea of extras and a sea of crew members. And it's just pretty incredible that all of this is based off the work that my husband and I, a little podcast that my husband and I started at our kitchen table. And I've talked to Brittany about this to a great extent, we really want to inspire women to be a journalist like me and do the hard thing and stand up to corruption and fight the good fight. And I think that this show will do all of those things. And I'm really excited and grateful to have this opportunity.
That's so awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing it, and I hope we can talk again when it's premiere time. Would love to have you both back. Thank you so much. Mandy Matney, every good wish for more continued success. Eric Bland, we know we're going to have you back on the show on some other legal issue very soon, and good wishes on your recovery from the knee surgery. We're so glad to see you back at it. We've missed you.